Curse of the Black Moon series, 10 chapters of horror and transformation. In this terrifying tale, we delve into the grim fate of Adrian. His life spirals into darkness when he is bitten by a werewolf during a camping trip. As the full moon looms, he's plagued by whispers and visions that seem to pull him towards an unknown destiny. And as each story progresses, the horror escalates, revealing the terrifying truth behind the curse that now controls his life. Chapter 6. The Pack's Call. The night was as dark as the secrets that lay dormant within me. Sleep had become a distant memory, replaced by an unending torment of whispers. They slithered through my dreams, slithered around my sanity, just beyond the edge of my hearing. "The Pack!" they called to me. I knew not what they wanted, but their summons echoed the pull of the moon, growing stronger with each passing day. My world was shrinking, defined only by the next full moon and the terror that came with it. But now, there was something else, something pulling at me from the shadows, beckoning me to an unknown destination. I could feel it in my bones, a deep, unsettling need to be somewhere I'd never been. Days blurred into nights as I grappled with this inexplicable urge. My once familiar town seemed alien, the faces of my friends distorted, their voices echoing strangely in my ears. The transformation was not just physical, it was tearing at my very core, twisting my perception of reality. Then came the vision, vivid and inescapable. It was the face of a woman, pale and beautiful, etched with an otherworldly sorrow. She stood in the heart of a dense forest, her eyes mirroring the torment in my soul. Before I could decipher the meaning of the vision, she was gone, leaving me in the suffocating grip of anticipation. I knew I had to find her, compelled by an unseen force. But how? Every instinct screamed at me to run, to hide, yet I couldn't shake off the feeling that I had to follow the whispers of the pack. There was something out there waiting for me, something both terrifying and alluring. As the days dwindled, so did my resolve. The full moon hung heavy in the night sky, and with it, the wolf within me stirred, clawing at my skin, desperate to break free. The pain was unbearable, and I found myself yielding to its torment, succumbing to the primal call of the wild. Guided by instincts honed over centuries of evolution, I left the town behind, venturing into the desolate embrace of the wilderness. The deeper I went, the louder the whispers became, weaving around me like a chorus of the damned, urging me forward, ever forward. The forest, once a place of solace, had transformed into a labyrinth of fear. Every rustling leaf sounded like a whispered threat. Every shadow seemed to harbor a lurking danger. Yet I pressed on, driven by an unseen hand. And then I saw it, a clearing bathed in the eerie glow of the moonlight. In the center stood a figure, the woman from my visions. Relief washed over me, potent and sweet, as I stumbled toward her, the whispers reaching a crescendo. But as I drew closer, the joy drained from my heart, replaced by a dawning horror. For in that clearing, bathed in the cold light of the moon, I saw not just the woman from my visions, but an entire pack of werewolves. Their eyes, glowing embers in the darkness, were fixed on me, and their forms, a grotesque mockery of humanity, sent a chill down my spine. The leader, a hulking beast with eyes that burned like molten gold, stepped forward. And in that moment, I understood. This was not a welcoming party, but a judgment. I was not a guest, but a specimen under scrutiny. "Who are you?" I managed, my voice a mere whisper against the symphony of snarls that greeted my question. The leader's response was a low growl that rumbled in his chest, vibrating in the very core of my being. "You are the answer," he said, his voice a guttural echo of my own, "the one who seeks belonging or damnation." My mind reeled, struggling to grasp his cryptic words. Belonging or damnation? What did he mean? Were they offering me a choice? A chance to join them in their monstrosity, or to be left alone, to face my curse alone? Before I could grapple with the implications of his words, the whispers that had been my constant tormentor took on a new urgency. They swirled around me, pressing against my eardrums, demanding my attention. And as I listened, as I succumbed to their insistent call, a horrifying truth dawned on me. These were not just wolves, but werewolves, creatures of myth and nightmare made flesh. And their leader, he was offering me a choice to join their ranks or face the consequences of being an outsider, a lone wolf in a world of shadows. But the horror didn't end there, for as the leader advanced, his eyes boring into mine, I saw not just a creature of legend, but a reflection of my own monstrous nature. In his eyes, I saw the struggle, the eternal battle between humanity and the beast within. And in that moment, I knew that choosing to join them would be a descent into the abyss, a surrender to the darkest recesses of my soul. Yet the allure of the pack was strong, promising a twisted kind of acceptance, a twisted kind of family. Torn between the remnants of my humanity and the monstrous fate that awaited me, I stood at the precipice of my transformation. The decision I made in that heart-wrenching moment would not only shape my destiny, but determine the fate of the world around me. Now we wait, suspended between the old and the new, the human and the wolf, as the horrors of the curse continue to spiral around us. What will Adrian choose? Will he succumb to the whispers of the pack and embrace his inner wolf, or will he resist and face the torment of solitude? How will this new pack react to his choice? Are they friendly, dangerous, or something in between? Find out in our next thrilling installment. Don't miss out. Stay tuned for more updates. Your support fuels our creativity, and until next time, remember, the night is dark and full of terrors.